Приехал. И бригада. Какое подразделение? Приехал. И бригада.
Ukrainian paratroopers have captured 5 Russian soldiers during an operation in Russia's Kursk Oblast, Ukraine's air assault forces reported. According to the military, the captured Russians said they were lured in by Kremlin propaganda and signed contracts to fight Nazis and mercenaries, but ended up as prisoners in the hands of Ukrainian troops. The report says the Russian prisoners received timely medical and psychological assistance from Ukrainian forces. The captives also claimed they had been subjected to abuse, torture, and summary executions by their own commanders on Russian territory, especially when they refused to carry out unlawful orders or participate in so-called meat assaults, a term used to describe suicidal frontal attacks. Russian forces are gearing up for a major offensive in the coming weeks to maximize pressure on Ukraine and strengthen the Kremlin's position in ceasefire negotiations, according to the Ukrainian government and military analysts cited by the Associated Press. The move could delay peace talks, giving Russian leader Vladimir Putin leverage to seize more territory. With spring approaching, the Kremlin is preparing to assault multiple sections of the front, potentially stretching over 1,000 kilometers. They are preparing offensive actions on the front that should last from 6 to 9 months, almost all of 2025, said Oleksiy Hetman, a Ukrainian military analyst linked to the general staff. Potential targets include Sumy, Kharkiv, and Zaporizhia oblasts. Some commanders suggest Russia may redirect troops from Kursk Oblast, where they've seen recent success. It will be hard. The forces from Kursk will come on a high from their wins there, said an anonymous Ukrainian commander in Donetsk Oblast. A soldier, call sign Italian, added that Russia is intensifying reconnaissance, targeting Ukrainian fire positions and drones to pave the way for the assault. These can be all signs that an attack is being prepared in the near future, said Hetman. Military bloggers report Russia has already begun advancing west from Orikhiv toward Zaporizhia. Meanwhile, U.S.-Russia talks show little progress, AP writes. Russia rejected a U.S. 30-day ceasefire proposal, agreeing only to a partial Black Sea shipping truce contingent on reconnecting Roslkazbank to SWIFT, a demand Ukraine and the EU dismissed. No one believes in the talks, Italian said, hoping for a shift in the conflict's dynamics. Everyone is waiting for some changes in the combat zone because it is not good for us now. Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustem Umerov said earlier that Ukrainian forces in Kursk Oblast have redeployed to stronger defensive lines. On March 28th, he confirmed that Ukrainian forces were physically present in Kursk Oblast, noting that measures had been taken to disperse Russian troops just below Kursk Oblast to prevent them from invading Sumy Oblast. President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Russia is preparing an offensive within the next 2 months, focusing on Sumy and Kharkiv oblasts. Operators from the 414th Separate Strike UAV Brigade, known as the Birds of Magyar, have struck a rare Russian TOS-2 Tosochka flamethrower system. This marks the second confirmed loss of a TOS-2 since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion. The brigade commander reported the strike, sharing video evidence on his Telegram channel. The vehicle was hit by multiple FPV drones, with a reconnaissance drone providing objective confirmation of the strike. The footage does not clearly indicate whether the system was destroyed or merely damaged, but signs of a previous fire are visible near the empty launcher. In any case, sustaining multiple FPV drone strikes will likely require extensive repairs if the vehicle can be evacuated from the battlefield. Between March 24th and 26th, the brigade reported hitting 369 enemy targets, including 4 tanks, 4 artillery systems, and 6 armored combat vehicles, using various means, including fiber optic drones. A total of 106 Russian personnel were also reported as killed or wounded in these operations. The TOS-2 Tosochka is a further development of the Russian TOS-1 Buratino and TOS-1A Solntsepyok heavy flamethrower systems, which are in service with the Russian Army. It was developed by NPO Splav and is mounted on a Ural 6.6 wheeled chassis, unlike its predecessors, which used the tracked chassis of T-72 and T-90 tanks. The TOS-2 features an armored cabin that provides protection against small arms fire. The wheeled chassis improves mobility and operational range. Developers claim the system is capable of firing modernized shells at distances of up to 15 kilometers. Russian state media first reported the use of the TOS-2 Tosochka in Ukraine in October 2023. In February 2025, the first documented loss of a TOS-2 was recorded near Pokrovsk. Danish Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen, in a video posted on X, said Denmark does not appreciate the tone of the U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance regarding Greenland.
I have a message for our American friends and all others who are listening. Much is being said these days. Many accusations and many allegations have been made. And of course, we are open to criticism. But let me be completely honest. We do not appreciate the tone in which is being delivered. This is not how you speak to your close allies. And I still consider Denmark and the United States to be close allies. We respect that the United States needs a greater military presence in Greenland, as Vice President Vance mentioned this evening. We, Denmark and Greenland, are very much open to discussing this with you, with an open mind. We still have the defense agreement from 1951. It offers ample opportunity for the United States to have a much stronger military presence in Greenland. If that is what you wish, then let us discuss it. In 1945, the United States had 17 bases and military installations in Greenland with thousands of soldiers. Today, only one American base is left, the one Vice President Vance visited a few hours ago, and something like 200 soldiers. We can do more, much more, within the framework we have today. Let us make use of that, and let us do it together. The Vice President also stated that Denmark has done too little in the Arctic. The other day he said that the United States has also done too little. And the fact is that we have all been harvesting the peace dividend. We all acted on the assumption that the Arctic was and should be a low-tension area. But that time is over. Status quo is not an option. And that is why we have stepped up as well. With a $1 billion investment in Arctic security just a few weeks ago, an investment that will provide more drones, more ships, more personnel, and more will come later this year. And let us not forget, Greenland is part of NATO. Today, NATO's security guarantee also covers Greenland.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.